What can I expect out there, Kenji?
I only made the trip to Far Harbor once, when I was a boy. All I remember is that my father did not want to stay long. Something about the air being bad.
A magic boat ride? Will there be sea monsters?
What is up, you guys? It's Mad Knight Dave from Laughing Wolf, and I'm here to bring a small review on Far Harbor. Now, I played Far Harbor, and I've beaten the story. It only took me a couple of days, and I have to say, it's actually really good. It's exceeded my expectations, because when I first started seeing trailers for it and everything, I, like most people I know, just went, okay, this is just another Point Lookout. And being a huge Bethesda fan with all their games, I can definitely tell Point Lookout there was some inspiration with Point Lookout in this, but it's completely different from Point Lookout. This game is so fluent, it's so good, it's by far, made it better, and I really believe that this DLC has truly brought me back to the Fallout universe, because Fallout 4, the previous couple of DLCs, I was not a fan of. Now, Far Harbor added new creatures like antlers and all these weird looking creatures. They were really inspired by water-based kind of animals. And I mean, look at that. Look at that scenery. Just don't get too caught up in the lights, because bam, there can be one right there waiting to jump you. But that's actually pretty cool. Alright, so yeah, the creatures in here, they're basically going around the fog, which is constantly giving you radiation damage if you are near it. And it's actually a pretty cool mechanic, because you have to keep constantly looking at your Geiger counter and everything. The fog can be really freaking annoying, but it's still a pretty cool mechanic. The three factions in this really feels like the original game with the Brotherhood of Steel, the Railroad, the Institute, and I'm not going to really spoil anything, just in case if you guys have played this is just an initial kind of review to tell you, definitely, if you were taken back by the last two DLCs thinking, okay, this one may look really crappy, no, this one was really good. I would definitely recommend you guys playing this, because it's really bringing you back to the actual what a Fallout DLC should be, because this is what they should have given us with Automatron, alright? This, in my opinion, is what Bethesda should have done with Automatron, because Automatron just got really freaking annoying because I was not a fan of the story. I only used the mechanics for building robots once, and that was because I had to. Okay, so with the main storyline, I will say you are going to meet some synths, alright? Because that's kind of what the main story is about, because you have to go find a daughter who ran away with Valentine Detective Agency. So you are going to meet some synths, and they added something that can be really annoying, but at the same time really cool, and that's the mechanic of having to grab memories from a computer. And the thing that really pissed me off about this was, it took way too long. Alright, this was the very slow point of the game, so I will warn you about that at least. Now, like all Fallout DLCs, they've added some new guns and armor, and some new guns are the Harpoon gun. They also added a pump action, it looks like a Smith & Wesson that's just been upgraded a little bit, but the Harpoon gun, it's actually pretty fun to use. And they also added a radium gun, which is like a gamma pistol too. Now, I'm not going to say where to find it, but you can also find a custom power armor set, and it's modeled after the soda drink that is part of Far Harbor, which is a different spin-off of Nuka-Cola. Now, after a lot of side quests and the main story, you eventually get the girl back to her parents, and it's such a touching reunion at the very end. Aw, isn't that sweet? Aw, it's so cute.
Good to be home.
You saved my daughter. Thank you.
Don't thank me. Just getting the job done.
Alright guys, that's going to wrap it up for this little review video. If you haven't gotten Far Harbor yet, definitely do it. You would never be disappointed with it. I mean, you may find some things you don't like all Bethesda things, and there may be a couple of bugs like all Bethesda things, but still, it's a really good DLC. I'd highly recommend it. Alright, so this is going to be Mad Knight Dave signing off, and see you next video.